Cam Radio, it's your boy Tony G, Big Lou, the sports book every Tuesday night. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Lots to talk about. We had the NFL draft, we got NBA playoffs, we got NHL playoffs, we got MLB, and we got the Kentucky Derby coming up this Saturday. And we probably won't get to that tonight, but during the week I will be giving you some predictions on who I like in the during. You got to pay attention on KM Radio. I have little spotlights, little 30-second spotlights on the Derby, so that will be cool. Any surprise that Fernando Mendoza went to Los Angeles Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders?
Yeah, Las Vegas Raiders now. No surprise. That was writing on the wall from day one. They already knew they was going to take a quarterback. Number one, they really didn't have a choice. But once they let Geno Smith go and they didn't get anybody in free agency or bring in a veteran or a serviceable quarterback, we knew that Fernando Mendoza was going to be their quarterback.
Correct. I wasn't surprised neither. Hopefully he will live up to all the hype. That somebody was asking me about the draft and where are you going to be to watch it? And I said, man, I got some other stuff to do. And they were like, man, you're not. I said, the draft's a good excuse for everyone to get out. But, at the end of the day, it's a lot of hype and no one's lived up to any hype yet until they get into the NFL.
Right.
And all the hoopla and people putting on big shows. I mean, it's great and everything. It makes for great TV, but it just really doesn't really do much for me because they still got to get on the field. Like I said, I hope
Absolutely.
Mendoza, I hope he lives up to the hype. He has a lot of good reviews about his football IQ, his arm strength. There's a lot good to say about him. But again, that was in college. Now it's time to go to the NFL.
Right.
And really, looking down, did you guys? Yeah, you guys had a pick. You guys had an eighth pick.
Right. We got Jordan Tyson, the wide receiver from Arizona
Arizona
State.
State.
Yeah, somebody to help out with Olave, because now, with him, playing, he's starting to get those ticky-tack injuries now.
Right.
So to have another wide receiver across from him, that would make the offense better, to be better for Olave, better for Shu, because now he's got another weapon. And then that replaced the loss of Rashid Shaheed, because we all know what he did in Seattle. So yeah.
Correct. Yeah, there was like four offensive tackles, five offensive tackles taken, I think, in the first round. Two offensive guards, a lot of linemen. There were some wide receivers. There was some edge 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 edge, 6 edge players. Even Houston, Texas got David Bailey at number 2 edge. That's definitely telling you where everybody's trying to get. Offensive linemen, edge rushers, defensive tackles. Definitely gives you an eye where everybody's trying to go. But like I said, we got congratulations on everyone that got drafted. Wish you the best in the NFL. The journey's long. There's no doubt about that. Like I said, hopefully everyone lives up to the expectations. Kind of go from there. Going to the NHL playoffs. Carolina Hurricanes already wrapped up their series against the Senators. The Stars and the Wild, Minnesota Wild, they're 2-2. The Sabres took a 3-1 lead after Sunday night's game, 6-1. Philly leads the Penguins 3-1. Avalanche wins their series. Anaheim Ducks lead theirs over the Oilers. And the Canadiens and the Lightnings are tied at 2-2. And the Golden Knights and the Mammoth, they are 2-1. So we will be going in. and next few probably next week will be next 3 4 days. We start going into Series 2, which will make for some good NHL hockey playoffs. All right, covering that. Let's get into some basketball.
All right.
OKC,
NBA playoffs. Mm-hmm.
OKC lead NBA playoffs. Suns 3-0. Not real surprised at this. They've had some decent games, but I think the Thunder's just coasting into round two.
Yeah.
I don't see. I mean, the Suns have a lot of talent, but I just think OKC is just so heavy everywhere. The shooting, the bigs, the defense, just too much for an eighth seed. What's your thoughts on the Lakers and the Rockets? I'll tell you what, the Lakers, I mean, they had 3-0. Wasn't
Mhm.
surprised that the Rockets, made a stand so they didn't get swept. LA's playing some really good basketball, I think. I mean, they're really playing.
Mhm. Yeah, they're the Lakers are playing good basketball. Did they get Austin Reeves? Austin Reeves comes back for the next game. Um, with LeBron, which kind of helps the team because now LeBron can go back to being a facilitator. He can play defense more. Instead of overexerting himself trying to have to score all the points, he can pick in the game where it's like, okay, I need to turn it on to keep us ahead or to bring us back if the Rockets are ahead. So he could go back and just he could turn the switch on and off when he needs to. But with them two being out, switch got to be on all the time. And I
Correct.
knew one of those. I said it's going to be one game where where he's got to do everything, and he's not going to get that support. Now, what I will say is I'm impressed with Marcus Smart. I'm impressed with Kennard. And my only Achilles heel to me is DeAndre Ayton. I didn't even like that signing anyway, but we needed a big. But
Right.
the guys, the role players have impressed. They have impressed. Um, and I think they could win this series. They should win it. But because Houston sometimes I don't think Houston has that alpha presence on the team. KD is a catch and shoot kind of play the perimeter type. He's not one that's gonna just take command and wheel them back like that. And I don't think that team has figured that out yet. Houston may, I think now, do I
You
think
think
Houston to pull off one? Maybe. They might. But I
you, th-
think
you
Lakers
think they'll
can
get
win
another
this.
one? They're down 3-1. See, it's game
They
five
they
on
think it's
429.
game
I
five.
think
Yeah.
the Lakers wrap it up with them. And they've had some
Yeah.
good games. Game one was 107-98. Lakers
Yeah.
101-94. Game three was a little close. It was 112 Lakers over um, Houston 108. And then game four, Houston came to play 115-96.
Hmm.
But again, they were putting everything they had in, so they did not get swept. But I think
Right.
game five, I think the Lakers come in and win this series and at least get a little bit of a break, get a good rest.
Yeah, they're gonna
So
need
that,
if they can take them out, they're gonna need to do it quickly so that they can prepare for what OKC is bringing.
correct. That is very. I totally agree with you there because they're going to need the rest. Well, the OKC is probably going to win it next game. They'll probably wrap it up. Um, it would have been cool for the Lakers if that would have been like a 7 game series, but
Yeah.
that's not really happening. They got. Let me see here for preview. Um, yes, but I think should be a good. I mean, OKC is -10.5. Um, next game. But I expect OKC to wrap it up, and then I expect the Lakers to wrap it up, and they'll get a couple days off, and it's
Hmm.
going to be a heck of a series. Should be a lot of points scored.
Oh yeah,
Um, be very interesting to check some of the odds on that, but it's still not over. Don't count anyone out. The Rockets may be able to squeeze one more, but I think for the Lakers, I think they need to eliminate them next game so this doesn't drag on.
I agree. I absolutely agree. They need to go ahead, get it done. Get go ahead, get it done, get some rest. Uh, let your people warm up, get their shooting arms, get this, get the rhythm back. So when the next series come, y'all will be good and ready to go. Now, do I think they're gonna win the next series? That's a hard sell. It's a hard sell. I don't think they're ready. I don't think they're ready for what OKC is dishing out yet. They don't have the team for that. You got to have a stronger bench to play against OKC and beat them, especially in the playoff series. Can we win some games? Yes. I don't think there's going to be a sweep, but I don't think they're going to win against OKC with everything that they got going in. With they basically got two starting teams on their on their roster.
Right, right. And that's true. I mean, you have a very good point. And we, like I said, we'll see what happens. Now, this next bracket, the Nuggets and Timberwolves. The Nuggets are down 3-1. I'm really surprised at this. I didn't think the Nuggets were going to come in and blow them out, but I didn't expect the Timberwolves to come out and take advantage of. And the killing part is the next game they're still giving Minnesota plus 11 and a half. That's
Hmm.
that's the I
Yeah, that's
mean,
the
yeah, they're really I mean, you're really kind of
right
they
because
are
your
up
team.
3-1.
Yeah, but what people don't realize though is that the supporting cast they play better at home. It's your supporting cast that needs that home court advantage. Your starting five, they're used to it. They're used to, and they've stood the test of time as far as like being in the playoffs for the last few years. But everyone doesn't get to play, you know. And of course, your starters get most of the playing time. So, your bench, they're always going to play better at home. They're used to it. The crowd's hype. They got momentum behind them. On the road is different. Yeah, it's different type of basketball. Calls don't go your way. Gonna get some fouls called on you that you feel like you shouldn't have, but you gotta have the poise to understand that's the type of environment that you gotta play in. So you gotta be on, all your P's and Q's. And that's where most teams win because their bench has doesn't let them being away from home or let the opposing team throw off their normal game routine. Some people just treat it like, it's just another game. As long as I go through the same routine, I get the same results.
Well, I think going into net, I would take. I mean, honestly, I would take Timberwolves plus 11 and a half. I ain't gonna lie,
Okay.
because I think it's going to
Okay.
be a lot close. I mean, Timberwolves have played their hearts out, and the Nuggets. I understand the Nuggets are against the wall, but I don't know the way I've been watching the Timberwolves play.
Their
I think it'll be a
defense on
close game. This,
Jokic has been incredible. Rudy Gobert's defense
yes,
has been tenacious this series.
absolutely. Like I said, Timberwolves plus 11 and a half. That's a hard one to skip. Spurs leading Trailblazers 3-1. Not really surprised there. Was a little bit
Yeah.
concerned with the concussion. That was
Yes.
scary because we
Yes.
usually don't hear that
He
word in NBA. You know, I mean, we don't.
right.
Yeah, we don't usually hear he's under concussion protocol. And it was like, oh, okay. Um,
Yeah. But I saw the fall. I saw him, and that's a tall guy,
yeah,
and he hit
yeah.
that. The way he hit the floor, man, I was like, I don't know, he might be done. I was like, that was pretty bad. That and the Ant-Man injury. I grabbed my leg when I saw that.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That's
So now
yeah.
and now without him, can they still? I know they're up 3-1, but without Ant-Man, I'll have to check to see if he's playing because looking at some of the sports doctors and stuff, and they were analyzing the way that he landed, that it could be some stuff in that knee that could be torn. I don't uh I don't know what the outcome is with that, but y'all just stay tuned and listen to the sports breaks that we do, the sports breaks, and uh we'll update that. I'm gonna look for some information while we here. I might be able to pull something up about that while we're still on the NBA.
Pistons and the Magic. Pistons down 2-1. Um,
Yeah.
it's not a hole that cannot be overcome. But my question is this where the inexperience of the Pistons is starting to show? Um, that's the question that concerns me. If the Pistons lose this series, I'm sure there's going to be a lot, because they were expected to go a lot further. I'm not saying they were expected to win it all, but I think they were expected to go a lot further than the first round.
Yeah.
But it's not
And
over yet. But
it's not over yet,
if
but
they,
if it is over, they're gonna have to get another process.
yes,
They're gonna come up with another
absolutely, because
process.
yeah, because they were dominating regular season. They were no joke. One of the best records. And the Magic, a lot of things that a lot of people don't realize that if you watch the Magic, the last 30 games of the season, the Magic was coming together.
Yes.
They really were.
Yes.
They weren't anything, people, in the beginning of the season, they struggled a little, but that last, they struggled just good enough to stay almost 500. And then the last 30 games or whatever, they really came alive, which really um, is showing in this series. But we'll see if Pistons can tie it back up. If they fall 3-1, I think it's over. I think we'll be talking about some changes being made in Detroit, only
Hmm.
because they won so many games, and for them to get knocked, if they get knocked out in the first round, that's not where they wanted to be.
No.
Um, so
Yeah.
Cavaliers Raptors, this is turning out to be a very good season, very good, very good matchup. Um, some really really good games. Honestly, they've had some good games, and this could easily go. This could easily go 7 games. There's no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind that this could go 7 games. And I think the smart money is trying to eliminate these as fast as you can, so you can not go seven, because that's a lot of wear and tear on the team. And you don't want to go seven in the first round, seven in the second round. You want to try to end it um, as fast as you can. Uh, but this one definitely has the makings of going seven, and it's really tight. It's really tight. There's some props in there, some uh, player props that I like, but it's a hard one to call because these are very evenly matched, and the winner of that plays the winner of the Pistons and the Magic, which is
Hmm.
which is interesting. Um,
Yeah.
Now going to the Knicks and the Hawks, I am truly surprised that the Hawks are given the Knicks as much business as they're giving them. It's a 2-2 series, and how
Yeah.
I see it is the Hawks could beat them. The Hawks could beat them, and if you say, "Oh no, they just no," I'm telling you, they could beat them. For some reason, the Hawks match up well against the Knicks, and the Knicks
Yeah.
are having some issues. There's no
Right.
I mean, I would have thought it would have been a little bit different. Um, but the Hawks are
Yeah.
definitely
They definitely could win it. A lot of New York influence in Atlanta. A lot because
yeah,
that's where they go, Atlanta and Miami. But
right.
There's a lot of Knicks fans in Mercedes Dome. Atlanta, y'all gonna have to do something about that. But anyway, like I said, a lot of New York fans in the Mercedes Dome. Uh, there was a lot of missed opportunities in that last game for Atlanta. Um, I just felt like that. It was a lot of sloppy ball play. You know what I'm saying? Unnecessary turnovers. Uh, guys, ball hitting them in the hands, going out of bounds or things like that. Stuff that could be cleaned up. Uh, if Atlanta cleans it up and if other players step up and everything doesn't have to go through CJ McCullough, they could
Right.
probably, they could probably do some damage. But if they're gonna let Carl Anthony Towns, if they're gonna let him do his thing, then it's not gonna happen. Jalen Brunson is a incredible player, but sometimes he's a little reckless with the ball, gives it up a little, the turnovers. Sometimes, but other than that, he's their go-to guy. But I feel like if he's on and if Cat plays the type of game that he likes to play, they're gonna have problems. But we'll see.
Right.
We'll see if they can. But Atlanta has to win in New York in order for them to get this series. No questions. No questions asked. They got to win in New York to win the series.
No, and that's very true. They got to win in New York. I think. I mean, like I said, I think they can do it. I mean, I really do. I
Mm-hmm.
I, I I think so. I don't know how much. I don't know how far they could go after that. But to me, if they beat the
Right.
Knicks, that's a statement.
Yeah. And
I mean, to me,
I do.
that's a big statement.
Yeah, I do have an update. Anthony Edwards will miss multiple weeks after hyperextending his left knee and suffering a bone bruise.
Oh,
So he's gonna be out. But I still think that Minnesota is still talented enough to get the job done. But now uh it's gonna be more difficult on the defensive end now because without Ant-Man on the court, now Jokic, if they shut down his scoring, he's gonna, do his thing with the assists. So this kind of even things out a little bit now. So we'll
yeah, they're
see.
gonna
We'll
have
see
to.
how this series goes.
Denver's gonna have to take total advantage of the situation, and take advantage of the Ant Man's not there, which I think they could, and it could
Mm-hmm.
change the whole series. It could change
Yes.
the whole series.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about the Knicks and the Hawks.
Mm-hmm.
So next game they play, the Hawks are getting 6.5. New York's getting -6. There was a point in the other night watching live. Oh, I can't remember. It was like +2,000, and it would have won because they were so close, few points separating them, and then managed to pull it out. So again, watching live sometimes isn't a isn't a bad thing, or gambling live isn't a bad thing. Definitely,
Right.
yeah, definitely. Like I said, that's one of those series. I mean, really, Piston Magic, kind of surprised there. Cavalier Raptors, not as surprised how close it is. Knicks and Hawks, I'm surprised. Those are three
Mm-hmm.
series. Now, Boston, on the other hand, they're in total control. I mean, Philly did beat them one night, which it
Mm-hmm.
happens. Uh, but the Celtics are in total control of that series.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and right now, out of the teams we just mentioned, out of teams, let me see, teams in the Eastern Conference, right now, I think the Celtics are playing the best out of all the teams in the Eastern Conference.
Absolutely. I agree.
So, yeah, so not taking anything away from the Hawks and the Raptors, but I'm thinking right now they're the best team in the Eastern Conference.
Mm-hmm.
And they're playing well. They should wrap up that series. I think they're going in at, let's look and see, 76ers. 76ers. Yeah, the 76ers are getting 11 and a half points. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I can see that Boston go in there and handle their business. Um, Especially check out some player props, see what some action you can get. But yeah, definitely right now, the Eastern Conference, the Celtics are playing the best. And all that being said, is even saying that, I don't know how well they'll match up against the Thunder the way the Thunder's playing right now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's going too far in advance, because that's skipping over the Lakers, skipping over
Mm-hmm.
some other people, skipping over the Timberwolves, and the Spurs. So we have to yet to be seen. So we'll have to play it by ear and kind of go. And check out your live. There's a lot of live betting. Like I said, you got
Mm-hmm.
both playoffs. You got NBA and NHL. You got a lot of Major League Baseball. We got the
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky Derby coming up, and I'll be giving drops all week about the Kentucky Derby.
Okay.
I got a couple horses that I like that I've been watching and reading on, so it should be a pretty good day. It's Saturday, May the 2nd. It's a little early this year. We'll have the
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky Derby, which should be have a nice day out the track. Um,
Okay. You're gonna be attending,
so
right?
yeah. Usually I tried it last year. I was here but this year I haven't. This is my first year in 2 or 3 years that I haven't gone to Oaklawn for their live racing, which I'm kind of disappointed in. But because
Yeah.
I like horse racing a lot, and I think that's a great track, great
Yeah.
atmosphere. Yeah. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in every Tuesday night, and like I said, reach out to us at our Sportsbook Facebook page, our KM Radio Facebook page. We got some new stuff coming for. Um, the sports book. If you want to advertise, we'll actually have a separate screen. It'll be three. It'll be like us, and then a separate screen with rolling scores, and you can put out. You can put your business. You can put your business on there. Any kind of specials, your phone number, where you're at, kind of like a scrolling advertisement.
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
guys. I want to thank everyone out there at KM Radio. Eli, you're the man. All right, guys, don't forget to tune in every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock on the Sports Book. Tony G, Big Lou, throwing out some sports, lots to talk about. On the biggest station in the land, K-Ham Radio, where we go ham.
Bam.